What's up, guys? Today marks exactly 7 days from when Twice's second full album that came out for their 5th-year anniversary, Eyes Wide Open, came out. And let me tell you, I've had this on literal repeat. The only time I didn't listen to it, and it was probably for like 5 songs, was on Saturday because I was like in a weird funk at work. And I like listened to some of their other songs, and I was like, "Yo, these other songs, like they're still great, but I need this. I need this album back in my ears, back in my car, so I could just like blast it." So today, I've got all the songs for it, and I just want to roll through them. Basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna listen to the song, and then I'm going to like try to remember, like, yo, here's some highlights and here are the things that I think about it. And then at the very end, I'll give like a total like recap of what I feel about their album and like all the things that I've like told my friends. But just in case like I can't get to somebody or somebody else like forget something. And honestly, this is just really for me, just to like kind of make a memory of saying like, yo, this is how I felt when this came out, and it was actually insanity. So there's going to be a lot of weird cuts, and there's going to be like some probably pauses and such. But that's just me listening to the music and then listening to the reading the lyrics at the same time. Which honestly, if you're not reading the lyrics for the B tracks, let me tell you, you are playing yourself. I've already read all the lyrics before. I just want to do it again specifically for the video so I can have that in the moment feeling. But dude, these B tracks, let me tell you, they go hard, and honestly, spoiler, I think they go harder than the title track, and I'll get to that later. Anyway, let me go ahead and listen to I Can't Stop Me, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so starting off, one, I had to watch the music video because it's just straight fire, and I was also like ran through this, and then at the same time I was like listening on Spotify, so I kind of watched it twice just because it was so good. But this one over here, the reason why I have this one pulled up is because I wanted to see who like these were written by, maybe composed by, arranged by. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know like hardly anybody when it comes to the music world, but I will say I do know JYP. I've listened to a lot of his songs. I love his songs. I love the way he produces his music, and I love the way that it sounds. You could definitely tell that this was a JYP song, even without the legendary JYP. Which I think is always hilarious. I love it. I think it's a classic trademark. But let me go ahead and say, I feel like there are so many different takes on this music video, and maybe people have dove into it and like picked apart every piece of it. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to tell you straight up, I think this is fantastic. I think that overall, choreographically speaking, I am so happy because, one, I know a lot of people like when maybe More and More or Dance the Night Away or maybe Fancy or maybe other songs, people were like, yo, these songs are getting more difficult and harder and harder and harder, and it's taxing on the body. I don't know how difficult this is because the only dance that I've ever done was TT, but let me tell you, at least the way that it looks, right? It looks quote unquote less taxing. Doesn't mean that it's easier, doesn't mean that it's more difficult. It looks less taxing on the body, which is something that I'm really, really thankful for, because you got to think, if they're going to be throwing out concerts or if they're going to be doing, this, that, and the third, they're going to get tired, and then they might slip up. Maybe somebody might get injured, maybe XYZ. We don't want none of those things to happen. So one thing that I'm super happy for is that choreographically speaking, it looks less taxing on the body. Number two, I've heard this so many times from Twice when they're giving like maybe teasers or when they're going on shows and they're doing promotions and they're doing schedules and things of that nature. They always say, we want to show a different side of us. We want to show a different thing in this. And I've probably heard that maybe since like around like Fancy, a little somewhere in the Fancy era, and then onward. Like, we started seeing them, like, or at least I felt like they were saying, like, we wanted to show a different side of us. But then when I listened to the music, it was like this, it was a little bit different. There were small tweaks. And you could say, oh, like, if this was them, if like they're traveling this way, and then they say, we want to show you something different, they might start going, like, slowly this way, right? And that's okay. You know, quitting cold turkey or changing cold turkey, just straight up, I completely understand that. But it always, personally, I could always feel, I could tell, like, yo, this one, like, I could still feel that old Twice. I could still, like, hear the resonation of the older, quote unquote, older Twice, which I love and appreciate. But I was like, how much more different can they get? How much more different will they go? Now they were wearing different outfits, and you know they've had like I think they had like a rock and roll type one for I don't want to say the one I wanted. I think it was fancy, but I definitely could be wrong. But you know they had uh, different performances, but the initial one it didn't hit as hard as this. And let me tell you, to me personally, I think that this song, to match them up to other title tracks, I truly believe that if Twice told me, we want to show you a different side of us, instead of leaning just a little bit, I feel like they hit a straight up 90-degree, 180-degree turn. This is a completely different Twice. You match this song up to any other song, and I think that this is the song that you could say this is where they are going to change. Maybe they can take it onto a whole different route. Maybe they take it back to the, you know, cutesy, cheer up, what is love, TT-esque era type of sound. But from here, they can literally start and go anywhere. They've literally, to me, they've wiped the slate clean, and they've said, yo, this album is legit different. Every song. And I love it, dude. I love this song. Lyrically speaking, we all know it's a continuation from More and More, and I think it was on this side where they had like a little thing right here. It said, from Dahyun, she said, and the quote says, this song portrays the danger and anxiety that comes from standing on the boundary between the good and the bad. And, you know, you can go through all different types of videos, but man, let me tell you, what I'm focusing here is the way that it sounds and the way that it feels is so different from Twice, and I love it. It is awesome. I cannot get over it. And when I honestly heard it and when I saw it, I was so amazed that I was like, this isn't Twice. I was like, it can't be. And then I just watched it and I listened, and I was like, I cannot stop listening to this. I literally, when I'm at work, that's the only thing that's playing. When I get home, that's the only thing that's playing. When I'm in the car, this album is the only album that's playing. Dude, I cannot stop listening to it. It's just crazy. But there are some B-track songs that, in my opinion, I think are better for the sheer fact, and I'll touch way more on this later, is that yes, while this is the Twice's title track to Eyes Wide Open, I feel like there's hints of JYP in there. You can tell with the way that the song is produced. You could tell all these things. Now, given Feel Special, he wrote that song that was like kind of like their story, his feelings with their story, and that was a hit, man. That was grand slam. All right, but this one I could definitely feel the outside influences, and I'm like, okay, yo, this is Twice. This is popping. Like, yo, I don't know if I could say the same if maybe someone else had it. I don't know if I could be popping with it like that, but it's just so good, and it's extremely great to me. It's pushing that barrier of excellent, and to me, it's just like, whew, I love it. This is actually different. Now let's go on to the next one, because I feel like I'm rambling and I don't want to ramble because there are so many songs. All right, so as far as what is this, Hell in Heaven goes, when the I guess the album highlight, or like the album medley came out, one song that I saw gained so much attention was Hell in Heaven. When I first heard it, to me personally, I was definitely like, yo, this is such a different tone and a different mood for Twice. And that's great because that's what it shows. But to me, compared to the other B track songs, I was really confused. After reading the lyrics again for the second time, like I think like Strawberry, right, was one of the songs that was like super like, oh yo, this is like one of the like blah 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 songs that's like kind of like sexy, kind of risque per se, right? But to me, after reading these lyrics, I have like a whole different like image of what I've just read. And again, I mean, this I don't know how accurate these are, but the storytelling that this shows me is very much a literal hell in heaven, in the sense of like, I don't want to go into it because it's kind of like, but if you just go through it and read these lyrics, to me it's just like, wow, I would have never thought that they'd sing like something like this. But again, it literally like has me like thinking like, yo, legit eyes wide open. I'm sitting here like, whoa. Also, the sound of this song, I like how there are some high parts and there are some low parts, but it doesn't like go super hard like the instruments are blasting. It doesn't go super hard with the vocals are blasting. It just hits that perfect spot per se, where it's just nice. To me though, personally, I cannot give it as much hype as I've seen it get, because I think it had like 500,000 views or something, or like 500,000 listens. This to me, again, I feel that outside influence with the song, which we can see is written by these two people. I'm not going to try and say the names. I don't want to butcher, but we have who the lyrics are written by at the very least. And to me, it's just, I like the way that they went about this, but I think there are better B tracks. Hell in Heaven, still a really good song though for this album, in my opinion. Let me get to the next song. Okay, so this is the first song where we have it written. The lyrics were written by one of the Twice members. This one was written by Jihyo. To me, I cannot imagine what type of position she had to be in to write these type of lyrics. Or maybe she can just put herself into a different set of pair of shoes and imagine from that point of view. Maybe. But to me, this is just like, dude, I don't know what kind of weight you've had on your shoulders, what kind of stress you've been under, what kind of things you had to be going through, especially as the leader of Twice. But man, there were some lyrics in here that I'm just like, whoa. Like, these are very deep lyrics to me, and I feel like this is where we're gonna start it. Chaeyoung, Sana, and Jonghyun, and Dahyun, like, they, like, I don't know why, but their, like, voices are so, like, they pop out to me so much more in this album. And I think this is one of the songs where it starts out at. And I don't know if maybe it's just like the softer singing that really matches a lot of the B-track songs. Maybe it's whatever lyrics that they have at this point in the song is like the like quote unquote like killing part. Or maybe it's just like the best part where it hits. But every time like it gets to like a climactic part or like a very heavy part, maybe transitionally speaking, maybe going from like one verse to the chorus, or one chorus to the next verse, or something like that, right? It just feels like it's always one of them, and it just blows my mind. And I'm just like, yo, lines, more. I need more. And it's just so insane. To me, these lyrics, the feeling in the dark night, this feeling that swims deeply. Yeah, I think it's too cold. Nothing touches my hands or feet. Hold me like this, hug me right now, no matter how hard I try. That part in the song right there, legit is just wow. Like, the lyrics there, the emotions that are almost portrayed, or they are, it feels, and one thing that I've watched Survivor shows like the Niju Project, I know 16, or like just anything with JYP. I love JYP, man. The man is so smart, dude. Um, he always like mentions that you shouldn't be singing to try to show off. You shouldn't be singing to show your skills or to do X, Y, and Z. Everybody knows that you're a good singer or you're a good performer, a good artist, a good XYZ, right? He always says that if you can connect your emotions to the audience in this case, for at least for this video, would be me, then, and you can connect the emotions there with your performance or with your, whatever it is, then that's where you've done a great job. And to me, I'm just like, dude, it always feels like there's a certain theme, and I promise you, it almost feels like every Twice song or every song in this album that was written by a Twice member, like, does that. And I don't know, dude, it's just so insane. Like, props to everybody on this song. This one, straight fire, dude. But it's so, like, I would never think of it to be like a quote-unquote sad song, or a quote-unquote, like, I don't want to say, like, maybe sad was a weird word, but like just the way, and of course language barrier, but just the way that the tempo feels and how they're kind of like on a higher vocal pitch or octave or XYZ. To me, it's just like, I didn't think this was a sad song per se, but after reading these lyrics, I'm like, whoa, chief, whoa. And so this one, to me, is a very great song. I think this is up there for sure for the B tracks in this one. But let's get to the next song, because I'm so hyped to talk about this next song. Okay, so Sana wrote this song, lyrically speaking. As far as like who composed it and arranged it, it was these people right here. But let me tell you, first I had to highlight this. I believe, and I could be wrong, that it's Chaeyoung on this part right here. And it goes like, and we do what we like. She does something to that effect, but of course she like just kills it. But dude, when that part hits, it always just feels like everything stops. She kills that note, or like that part, and then continues. It just, everything stops, dude. Like, my mind and everything like only listens to that. Like, even when I'm at work, boom, that's all I hear. And like, to me, it's not a high note like Jung Yun's like, famous 1 in a million high note. But dude, this part right here goes off. Now, the feel and the flow of the song, I think they did a great job. I don't know if they composed the music and then Sana maybe put the lyrics to it, or maybe Sana gave the lyrics and then they did the composition of the music around it. I don't know how what order it came in. But dude, these lyrics, to me, when there were bits and pieces, especially right here, drenched in fear, when I couldn't even move as I wanted. I don't even know how to breathe. I confess one by one, and look for me. Like, when I read these, it's such like a like upbeat song in like the most chill way, but it goes so hard that I'm just like, whoa, how am I supposed to feel about this? But then when I read the lyrics, I'm like, whoa, this hits different. And this part in particular, like, I don't remember if it was the beginning of this year or maybe in 2019, where like, for whatever reason, hey, whoever trying to fight, square up, dude. You can catch these. These hands are rated E for everyone that is trying to hate on Twice, all right? Because let me tell you, for whatever reason, Sana was getting some hate, man. And man, you could see it maybe in pictures, you could see it in performances, man. She just, man, you could tell she was going through it, man. She looked like she was a different person. You could tell, man, she drenched in fear, man. Maybe she just had the weight of the world. And I know she's talked about it multiple times, and I know people can find, oh, hey, this is where she mentioned this is where she mentioned that. But then she came through and she was like, man, at the end of it, I actually noticed I had a lot of people on my side, starting with the other members, starting with Once, starting with so many people in her corner that, dang, she was chilling after that. But then, if you notice, it doesn't say like, oh, we made it through, or oh, it just magically got lifted. It goes, holding your hand, we wander to the depths. So we go further down. Like, we might be drenched in fear, but we going further down. There will be no regrets. Say you won't let me go, I won't let you go, and we do what we like. Because it doesn't matter at the end of the day. If you do this or if you do that, someone's going to hate on you for doing this. Someone's going to hate on you for doing that. So at the end of the day, if you do what you like and you make yourself happy, and as long as it doesn't hurt anybody else or cause anybody else any harm, dude, it's just a great thing. And to me, like, dude, like legit, I can feel my heart hurting when I like think about the pain and the emotions and maybe the suffering, the quiet suffering, the behind the scenes, maybe the inside your own head or your own thoughts. Because, man, when you start thinking about one thing, you can really snowball the effect of thinking on one thing. And if you don't believe me, you could think a good thought in the morning, and then you could see like, oh, well, this leads to this, and it just snowball effects, and you just have like a huge bunch of good thoughts. But have you ever had one of those days where your morning starts off, or your day starts off, and like one thing hits, and it just seems to be that you can't stop thinking about that, and then that leads to that, and then this, and then this, and then you're like, bruh, why was this day so bad? It wasn't. It's just that's how it spiraled through. And to me, like, oh my goodness, the sheer strength of these women is incredible to me. And like, I don't want to say like I love these women. I truly appreciate them, and I truly am thankful for them, and like the music that they produce and all of the value that they bring to me and my life. But dude, I mean, like, I don't know what love is, but yo, this is fire. I'm sure this is like as close to it as you can get without it actually being the real deal. Because, dude, like their music and everything that they do is just insane to me. And Sana popped off on these lyrics, dude. Like, when I say, to me personally, after reading the lyrics, I can legit go exactly right back to, yo, this would be this time in my life, or this is when this happened in Twice's career, or XYZ, and I'm like, yo, whoa, that connection is just something crazy. And I don't know, dude. It was, where was it? It was this one right here. I think this was like Chaeyoung during this part, and then I think down here it was Momo. Fire. And then I think there's one part, I don't remember if it was either when it starts in the Drenched in Fear or the Holding Your Hand part. But yo, straight up, Sana's voice, like, I don't know what range it is. Like, I know it's not like soprano, but I know it's not like a bass, right? But it's like maybe one step above bass or one step below soprano. I don't know, dude. But yo, her voice sounds like as sweet as honey. Like, legit, it just like, bro, how do you describe this? Like, it's just so smooth in the sense of like my ears just like they just like shake, they tingle, they like it just, I don't know. Somebody fill in the blank. Her voice is just so incredible here. I don't know, dude. Like, I could ramble on and on and on about this song, but I want to get to the other ones, and I don't want this video to be like an hour long because I'm just popping off on all these like beat tracks. But Sana on this song, and the musical arrangements and everything about Do What We Like, to me, is like top 3 beat tracks for this album. I would honestly say it's probably like a top 5er in all of Twice's beat tracks, and y'all know how hard Twice beat tracks go. They're insane. Some beat tracks could literally be title tracks, chief. That's just me though. Anyway, let's get to the next song. Sana, thank you. Bring it back. First off, a standing ovation, a round of applause, whatever we need. Dahyun, from what I've heard, well, I mean, of course, she wrote the lyrics to this song. But she wrote two songs for this album, and from what I've heard on Twitter, or what I've read on Twitter, is that maybe a fan came up to her and was like, "Hey, like it kind of sucks, like that your lyrics never like kind of quote unquote make the cut, or they never get put onto the album, or XYZ, or something to this effect." And then Dahyun was like, "Hey, bet, I got you, Chief," and just straight up like wrote two whole songs and was like, "Hey, that one's for you, homie." And boom, here we are. So the first one was Bring It Back. When I first heard it, I was like, this is interesting in the sense of I wouldn't have expected it to have been the Bring It Back part be repetitive, right? But I'm so curious maybe what other people would analyze, because I'm not a very analytical person when it comes to the sense of like, oh, the deeper meaning behind this could be this, right? I'm not that type of like analytical person. But when you tell me like, hey, let's theory craft this, or let's think about this, or how this could work, okay, yeah, I can roll with that. But when it comes to what is the extra feeling behind this, or what is the extra emotion, what do these lyrics mean in this sense, that's not really my strong point. But how this makes me feel is, dude, to me, it almost just feels like there's a point in time where it's like, yo, something happened, and like maybe like your heart got broken, or maybe something in a not healthy way happened. But before that happens, you want to go back to that point in time. Doesn't matter what that person thinks or what that person says, how selfish it could be for you, but you want to go back to that point in time and bring back yourself, or bring back that version of you, because that was a better version or a healthier version. It doesn't mean you get rid of the experience that you take from what happened, but to go back to that, to being, let's say, more happy, or to being a XYZ type of person. Maybe that's what she's writing that she's going to bring back. It says, I gave you even my heart, nothing left, I'll bring it. Now no more, I don't hesitate, right now, I'm going to bring it back. So maybe that's the point that it goes to, I don't know. But to me, lyrically speaking, and it could be maybe translation, lost in translation type of thing, it's great, but it's not like pushing that fantastic level. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was really great. I love the way it sounds, and I love the way how it's just so different in the sense of I wouldn't have expected a song like this to be on a Twice album, much less, I mean, I say that for almost every song here, but like, wow. There are certain points. Oh, yo, before I forget, can we talk about? I think it was Chaeyoung that was rapping like on this part right here. She's like this, like these two lines right here, and then I think Dahyun and maybe Momo like are in this like section also. Dude, they popped off on that, man. And then I think, if I remember correctly, dude, I don't want to play this song just because like I'm not trying to get like copywritten or nothing, but man, I want to say like maybe Sana starts off this song, or whoever started off this song legit like popped off. Like, it's just like, whoa, like, hey, whoa, somebody call the cops, I'm being attacked right now, this is insanity. Like, yo, it is insane. Like, dude, this song to me is really good, but I feel personally, maybe because I don't understand Korean, or maybe because I'm just lost in translation, and I'm not that smart of a person when it comes to being able to analyze things like this, I feel like I'm missing the mark on something. Like, it's a bullseye, but it's like I got the wrong prescription glasses and I can't see that it's a bullseye. You see what I'm saying? So to me, I feel like this one's on me. Dahyun, congratulations, you deserved it. This was a great song. It was awesome. The lyrics are great. But there's another song that you wrote on here that I really enjoy a lot. And to me, I think if this is a great song or a very great song, I think your other song is a step or two or three above this song. Not to bring any like, negativity towards this song. I think it's a great song, but your other song that you wrote, oh, yo, it's fire. Okay, let me get to the next song. Okay. All right, we need to start talking about Believer ASAP because there are so many good parts in this. The lyrics really, really good. Like very well done. The song altogether, I feel like really carries the flow that I Can't Stop Me was kind of throwing out there. I think I was watching a video that Twice did. Maybe it was an interview where they were like drawing like the person sitting next to them. And I think this is where Sana said something to the effect of, or maybe she was saying it in the interview, but maybe JYP was the person that was like actually coining the term or maybe saying the term. This is the first time I'd ever heard of it. But I think she said something to the effect of it. Instead of like being retro, they're calling it like neutro, like a new retro type of thing. And to me, I was like, yo, that's actually really smart because that's kind of what that feels like in the sense of I Can't Stop Me. And to me, I feel like Believer really carries on the flow and back to that pace of what I Can't Stop Me was giving me. Starting off, I believe it's on the chorus right here, where I think Sana sings it right here, and on the last one, right here. Dude, yo, she needs lines, bro. Like, give her more lines or something, man. Because like, her voice there, that's like almost like that range, like vocal range to me, where I'm just like, yo, this is literal insanity. Like, yes, all of Twice's songs have been fantastic, really fantastic. Everything that they've done so far, but to me, having, where was it, right here, Sana I think sang these two lines, and then Junghyun, and then Jihyo. None of those were super duper high pitched, right? They were all like on a like mid to almost like a lower. Like I can guarantee you I would not be able to sing that low. And that to me was like actually amazing. I was like, whoa, this sounds so just incredible, dude. And to me, it was almost in the sense of like, I wish we could give them more lower sounding songs just to see and experiment and see what they could pull off. Like we already know what they can do on the higher end of the vocal charts or vocal ranges, but this song and a few other songs have me thinking like, yo, if we gave them some lower vocal range songs, how well could those pop off, dude? And that's something that I really like. To me, it's so interesting how I won't understand the lyrics because of course I don't understand Korean, right? But it's like, okay, I can listen to a song and I can say, yo, I can feel that a Twice member wrote this because I can just feel the connection that they are reaching out to the audience with the lyrics, right? But then there are some songs, and this being one of them, where it's like I can feel the connection with the performers, but the lyrics not so much because I can tell they didn't write it. And it's actually really crazy because it just has like in this album specifically, because like I said, I've had it on repeat. It just like I can feel where it like tugs at the soul or at the heart, and it's like, man, this is like a really good song. I can feel the emotions in the lyrics, in the song, in the way that it's composed, in this XYZ fill in the blank. But then on some songs, it's I can feel Twice's emotions, but not so much maybe on the lyrical side, or maybe not so much on the XYZ side, right? But like there are some songs that I can just be like, yo, this Twice, easy, bam, let's get it. But dude, Believer to me, fantastic song. I think I think putting this on the 6th song was a really good positioning for it. Just because it like you you hear I Can't Stop Me and you think this, right? But then the other songs take you like this, and then Believer kind of like brings you back and like sets you right back into that, oh yeah, this is how we rolling. This is how we vibing, you know what I'm saying? And man, this, oh my goodness, it, dude, this lyric is literal like addictive to me, an addiction. Like I just cannot stop listening to it. I love this album. It's so good. Let me get to the next song. Queen. Yo, dude. Okay. Again, another song written by Dahyun. And on this little part up here, it says, in the past I participated in lyric writing or rap making with other people, but these are the songs I wrote the lyrics for by myself. So they're special to me. And yo, huge props, dude. Oh, huge props to Dahyun. These lyrics, dude. There are so many points throughout this entire song that to me they just throw you out there and reel you back, and it's just a whole roller coaster of emotions, man. You got the lyrics, you got the song, you got the vibe to it. You're just like, oh yo, it's so good, man. I think starting off, Nayeon's I don't want no drama. I can't even sing that low. It sets the tone. And it just from there you just know that if this were a roller coaster, this would be like one of the ones that just go because it's everywhere and it's just so freaking amazing. Dude, I think she's spoken about this song before, in the sense of, I think, or maybe it was a translation that I read somewhere on Twitter, but it was something to the effect of that she wrote the lyrics or this song in the sense of she wants and of course everybody to have more confidence, to not be afraid to show who they really are, and to, you know, not have to worry about what XYZ person says or what they think about you. That, I mean, you're the main character, dude. Everybody is the main character in their own life, and to put on a show to appease the people around you is kind of doing an injustice. And to this, I mean, imagine how much easier it would be if you didn't have to like shackle yourself to, oh well, if I wear this, then these people won't like me, or but it's really like my favorite blah blah blah, or oh well, if people know that I watched this show, then they're gonna hate me because of blah blah blah. But like, what if they don't? Or what if they enjoy what, you know, or what if they don't care? Or what if they're indifferent? You know what I'm saying? So like, dude, without a woven script, without force, for real, no matter what anyone says, by yourself you're a queen. Yo, Dahyun, you are a queen. And I remember there was like a one clip where Dahyun was like talking so seriously, and she said like, either like, she was like, yeah, like her new nickname is like Queen or something. And I just remember Sana like going like, she had like this look on her face and she was just like giggling. It was so adorable. I don't know why I just remember that, but like Dahyun, real talk, 100% Queen. I think there was one part, maybe it's like right here, or maybe it's right here, where it's like a super super high vocal and then it just drops immediately. And it's like dun, like, you're a queen, but it's like so, like lower. And I was just like, yo, that is lit, dude. Then like Mina, like on like this part right here, the vada ba 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 vada ba ba ba, or however it's pronounced. Dude, that, it just, my ears are so happy, dude. Like this entire song, like alone, like, I need more lyrics. I need more Dahyun lyrics, like real talk. Let's get that out here. And I think there was a part, maybe, or I might be thinking of a different song. Maybe the past song. Sana was singing it But I'm telling you, dude, that Sana's vocal range, dude, like, we need songs in that vocal range because everybody can slay that. And everybody just, like, everybody can hit that same vocal range, but they all sound so completely different that it's just incredible. It just, like, does, it's weird how, like, it's, like, right here, but, like, when it comes to how they, like, sound, like, I guess, linguistically, like, it's just incredible, dude. Listen, please listen to these beat tracks, man. They are awesome, dude. Dahyun, again, round of applause. A standing ovation, round of applause, dude. Dahyun, you are a queen. These lyrics, fire. We Just Go Hard literally says what the title of this song is, literally like the feel for this. To me, I don't think that the lyrics could describe what I feel like Twice does. Now, don't get me wrong. You can disregard 99 hateful comments, but maybe there's that one comment that will, like, mess with you a little bit more than normal. Or maybe you can disregard all these, like, negative things that people do to you. And then maybe one person does one thing, you know, not even as bad as these, but then that's the one that's the straw that breaks the camel's back, per se, right? And by no means of the imagination am I saying that it's okay to hate on anybody. But if I read these lyrics, I would say, like, Twice literally gives zero fucks. Like, they do not care. And to me, like, that is just incredible, right? And you can, dude, it just starts off, like, right here. I don't get back easily because I'm not weak, because I'm small. Anything doesn't matter. I'm gonna go harder, yeah. And then these parts right here, this one, anytime where it has the "You Make Me Feel Special" part, those lyrics right there are legit, like, to me, if I were, like, reading that, I would interpret that as them saying, we don't give a fuck what happens, we're just gonna do us and, like, work as hard as we can, produce as much great music as we can, perform as great as we can, and just do the best that we possibly freaking can. And that honestly, like, says so much to me, right? In the sense of, and you can see it here, even if you shake me and push me, I'm unbreakable, okay? I told you, no matter how much the world tries to put me down, you read it down here, if you break me down and swallow me up, I'll get up in the end, even if you block me, even if painful words stab me and hurt me. That's them saying, like, yo, all of these terrible things could happen to us, but, and this is what this is what I love the most. I told you, you make me feel special. And dude, the person that wrote this, that was just, like, a great, like, put, like, a little, like, Easter egg right there. Because, like, as soon as I heard this song the first time, and then I heard the "You Make Me Feel Special," I was like, whoa, dude, what is going on here, bro? And then I, like, read the lyrics, and I was just like, oh my god, these are so great. Like, all these bad things can happen to them. But then this is where they say, but my opponent is the woman in the mirror. I don't care who you pit me up against. I only wish the best for them. I only hope that great things happen to them, because I'm only trying to beat me. And that, when I used to be working out, like, a crap ton back in high school, I got up in the morning and I would go to the gym and work out, and I didn't care what Joe Blow or Big Bob or whoever else was lifting. I only cared about what I was able to do against myself, because could I push myself to go stronger or to go heavier or to do more or to do this, blah, 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 right? It didn't matter what they did, because it was literally me versus me. And that's what I love about the lyrics of my opponent is the woman in the mirror. They don't care about, oh, you're putting up against, you know, these fan wars or this, that, and the third. Who cares, bro? They may be, like, super best friends with them and we don't even know it, chief. But that's where it's great in the lyrics again that say, my opponent is the woman in the mirror. You make me feel special, in the sense of twice or once, and their fans, and the people in their corner. It could be their friends, it could be their family, it could be each other. Then they go on to say, if only you and me are us. I fear nothing, don't need anything. Do you know what that, like, they literally don't care. Zero fucks given. It is, dude, it to me, like, it goes so hard. Like, literally, like, the only reason why I would see somebody even think about being like, oh, I'm not really a big fan of this song, is because they didn't read the lyrics. And, like, dude, if you know anything about Twice, bro, how could you not be like, yo, this fire? Or like, yo, this slaps? Like, what do you mean, bro? I don't even know, man. Like, I don't even know, man. This to me is the song that says, fuck the haters. I don't give a fuck. We're just going to do the best that we can do. And I absolutely love that message. And I mean, hey, it could be more to it. There could be less to it. I might be looking into it, not enough. But initial feeling, dude. Dude. And see, if I didn't have this written by such and such Friday Galactica, I'd have thought that this could have been a Twice written song, man. Somebody on Twice could have wrote this, man. Hey, straight fire. Straight fire. I love this, man. I absolutely love this song. Man, just to think, there's still so many more songs. I love it, dude. I love it. Off the bat, I legit, when I first heard this song, Shot Clock, I real deal thought this was about like a sports game, and like in my head, like I was like imagining a collab between like Drumline and High School Musical, and I was just like, yo, I bet there's some type of like game going on. Like, hey, you got to beat Shot Clock, right? Reading these lyrics, it's like, oh, really? Yeah, it's like they had me going this way. And like, hey, I'm all the way back there. I thought I was heading that way. I'm actually heading this way. But it's so great. Lyrically speaking, again, this kind of matches Hell and Heaven, in the sense of, I didn't think that they would be singing stuff like this. Again, could be I might be lost in a translation. I don't know, but it's actually so funny, like, to see lyrics like this. And then, like, to be like, oh, here's Twice, the cheer up, the TT, the XYZ. But then we come later on, and you're seeing them mature, and you're seeing them grow, and you're seeing them take different directions and different styles, musically speaking. And then they just hit you with something like this, and you're like, whoa, wasn't expecting that, but that's actually kind of fire. And to me, there were so many parts, I think, in this song that fit each member. Maybe there would be parts where Jungyeon would start like on the chorus, maybe, and she would just like, you could just tell, like, that is her. This is her right here, and it's just fantastic, right? You could probably also take like maybe a different part and say, yo, Nayeon is just like smashing through this, and like, yo, this is like this. It's like almost every part that every member sings in this song, this part was made for them, and they nailed it on the spot, right? Like, maybe in some songs you might be able to say, oh, well, instead of this person singing here, they could have sang here, and like they could have like switched those parts, right? No, every person needs to sing these exact parts, and otherwise it just would be a little off. This is just nailed perfectly, to me. And I mean, dude, dude, I just can't get over it, man. Like, I think there were like 2 rap parts in here. Mina on the bridge, dude. The queen of bridges. Like, yo, literally, like, I don't remember if it was this much or if it was like this. I don't know. I don't remember how many lines it was. But yo, literally, like, oh my god, dude. Dude, I wish, like, I could just have more. Like, I want more parts where, like, they're singing in these vocal ranges, but, like, for the entirety of songs, dude. Like, just give them medleys, bro. Like, what was it? Melody Projects or something like that? Something to that effect, man. I want all of them to have, like, 50 of them. But like, let them all go in different vocal ranges that they want to experiment on, or they want to play on, or they think that they would pop off on, or XYZ, dude. Because I guarantee you, man, these beat tracks go so freaking hard, man. And it's just that I feel like they're being slept on. And I don't want them to be slept on just because there's like that language barrier, or just because it may sound funny because you didn't listen to it with the lyrics right there, or XYZ, dude. Oh my god, dude, these lyrics, the just, dude, I could ramble on all the time, but dude, it literally is just, I don't even know, man. It's just a connection there, man. And it may be because like I legit just absolutely like adore Twice and just love their music, but dude, man, this album, dude, something different. And this song, oh yeah. Chaeyoung, thank you so much for writing these lyrics, because let me tell you, when I first heard this song, I thought it said because I can handle it, and I was like, oh yo, this must be like like this is like a super, like, honestly, the biggest thing before I even get off on this, let me just take this tangent real quick. I want more songs where Twice's vocals are in the lower pitch, because this honestly is one of the songs, dude, that just shows like that diversity, that range that they have. First chorus, Mina, right here, popped off, dude. Just dude. I could never sing that low. I wish I could. Or I wish I could sing much higher than what I can. But dude, oh my god, it is just incredible. And then I think Jihyo started this chorus. I think, I could be wrong. I don't quite remember. But dude, everybody's lower vocal range is just incredible sounding, and we don't have enough of it, man. And I want more of it. The lyrics to this, I thought, were like, you know, like kind of like in a more positive light, in the sense of like something bad might have happened, but then as everything goes on, like, you know, something happens and I can handle it. I can. But it wasn't, and I was so wrong, because when I read the lyrics, holy crap, dude. And this is what I don't know if this is right or wrong, true or false, fake and true. But it says this song contains a message of trying not to acknowledge being apart from each other or breaking up. It contains the rage about breaking up. I don't think we've ever done a song that carried this kind of vibe before. And honestly, Chaeyoung is so, dude, honest talent, artist, everything like that, just can correlate those synonyms of talented artist that just needs to be like freaking like exploded and like needs to like be known, like, is her, dude. The way that she can portray the emotions that get to me, like when reading these lyrics, like, bro, I ain't never felt those type of emotions before, and I'm just over here like, yo, holy cow. Like, I think it was me and Baguette that, like, literally me and him were talking about this, and the thing that like came up was like, at the end of it, it was just like, yo, I just want to hug her. Like, it don't matter who she is or who that person could be, like, in your life. Like, me and him was just like, hey, I just want to hug her. Doesn't need to be anybody specific, but like, it just felt like, dude, I don't, bro. Oh, dude, just fuck me up. This shit was so good, dude. I love these lyrics so much. And honestly speaking, I think Depend on You could be a title track. it's slower, so maybe like the choreography of the dance could be a little more easy or maybe more difficult. I don't know. Because I'm not here to think about that. I'm here to just tell you, like, yo, this is how I feel about this. I think this is going to be a title track song. 100%. Lyrics alone, bro. Dude, but yo, big shout out to all the people arranging all the music so far. And that, you know, we haven't even gotten to the rest of them. A big shout out to all of them. Because they did a fantastic job on all of this. And, you know, you can't have one without the other. By no means. But, yo, these lyrics, dude, to me, she can just portray emotions, or she can tell the audience a story in such a unique way that it is so incredible. And dude, it just needs to be put out there even like a million times more. 100%. Dude, and to me, dude, this is easily top 3 B tracks. Easily one of the top 3 B tracks. Like I 100% agree with this statement right here. I don't think we've ever done a song that carried this kind of vibe before. We need more of them. It ain't a we need. It's I want more. Let me be greedy. Let me be selfish. I want more songs that are written like this, that sound like this, that have this type of vibe to it. Because, yo, they're fantastic. This is that way up there type of song. Chaeyoung, I don't know. Hey, I don't know what you be going through. Maybe you can just put yourself in someone else's shoes. But, hey, whatever it is that you're doing, hey, mad props to you. I hope you get through it. I hope I hope ain't nothing bad going on. But, yo, this is fire. I don't know how you, like, think of this. I don't know how you write something like this. I don't know what you have to experience. Or maybe you just, like I said, put yourself in someone else's shoes. Thank you. Masterpiece. Thank you. Depend on You needs to be listened immediately after Handle It, because it is illegal to end a song that great and then pop off even harder on the next song. It should be illegal. Nayeon, dude, I don't even know, man. Like, literally, you end I'm dead serious. Listen to Handle It, and then immediately play Depend on You. When they set these songs up in this order, that was a perfect one after the other, like, bang. Like, I don't even know, dude. Mina, Jihyo, and Chaeyoung and Dahyun, like, in this first, like, opening, literal, like, heaven, like, to my ears. Like, I don't even know, like, what else to say. Like, the lyrics to me, like, honestly, like, I always hear, like, I'll hold your hands, I know you've been waiting for me, or, like, that part right there. I always think of, like, the hand difference between, like, Nayeon to Dahyun, and, like, how Nayeon's hands are, like, so much bigger, right? And so, like, I'm curious, like, the hand holding part, like, what would it be like to have your hand encompassed by someone else's hand, right? Or what would it feel like for your hand to encompass someone else's hand? And I wonder if there's, like, that type of, maybe there's, like, a type of a sense of security, right? In that, I don't know. And so to me, like, it's just crazy, man. Like, I want more songs that give these vibes, man. Handle It vibes. Depend on You. Go Hard, like Queen. Just this whole album is just so game changing. Dude, I literally, like, how do I just keep on talking about all these different songs? Like, they literally just lead you all these different ways and different roads and streets, and it's just like, dude, it is literally just incredible. And then I don't know how they pick who gets what part. I really don't. But, dude, it to me just is so perfectly designed in the sense of, like, it's like the perfect, it's like a super date almost from How I Met Your Mother, dude. It's just all these fantastic things, like, that you would do on a date packed into one incredibly super date. Okay? That is how these songs feel, man. It's just like, you would think that maybe this entire vibe would be on like a mini album, right? Or maybe the song of a different song would be, that entire vibe would be on like a single, right? Nah, fam. All these vibes into one. This is like the super album, dude. Like, oh my god, dude. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. I legit, every time Handle It finishes, Depend on You starts up so quickly that there's no time to rest and recoup. You're just immediately like, it's like you're like in MMA or like you're boxing, the round ends and then it just starts immediately. And it's just like, bro, you just beat me up with this song and now you're just gonna kick me while I'm down with the next one. Like, literally zero recoup time. I'm dead serious. Listen to it. It literally goes finish, start. There's no recoup time. But if you listen to other songs, it could like have a slow fading transition into it, and then you go into the next song, right? Nah, not with this. Not with this lineup. And I love it. Destroy me, dude. It is fantastic. I digress. Dude, if y'all haven't noticed by now, I freaking love this album. And I hope that one day when I look back at this and watch it for myself, I could just laugh and just relive these experiences, man, or these emotions that I'm currently feeling right now, man. And I just absolutely love it, man. I absolutely love this album. Let's Say Something was first played live. Actually, I was at work and I had my phone propped up against the tower of my computer, and I would be doing my work and I'd have my AirPod in and I would just be listening. I had no idea what they were saying. Of course, I don't understand Korean. But it just so happened that I think their live was ending as I was going to lunch, and this song came up. And if anybody walked in on me during lunch, I would not have cared, because I was doing this number right here. I was popping off with the song. I was dude. This song was fantastic, man. Again, dude, these songs, they take you down these roads where you're like, and then what was it? It was the sixth song. It was Believer. Gets you back on that neutro vibe, right? And then and then this song gets you right back onto that neutro vibe. But it doesn't feel like it's out of place, and it doesn't feel awkward. It feels like it's the perfect time to give me that feeling again. And this song, I told one of my boys, Wifey Willie, I told him as soon as I heard this song, it made me think of him, because I feel like this would be like something on like Persona, like maybe Persona 4 or Persona 5, right? Or maybe this would be on like one of those like older style like fighting games that he would play, right? And I was just like, yo, this just hits different, man. And like, this was before we had like the medley to the album medley. This was before, like, you know, we heard like different parts of the teasers. This song hit, man. And it just blew me out the water, man. And honestly, the one word or motion or action that I could feel that would best describe this song to me as I am now would be yearning. It's like that's the word. Like, there's no better word to fit my current emotion or expression than the word yearning. And oh man, dude, this was just, man, like, I can definitely, like, 100%, like, I'm able, like, this is one of those songs that I can tell it's not a Twice song, like, that it was written by a Twice member, but because, like, they did this, it just pops off even more. I feel like this could pop off, right? Like, if a different group did it. You know, I don't listen to many other groups, right? I feel like if a different group did this, I would listen to it, right? But I would not want to have it on repeat the way that I do with Twice. Like, dude, man, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, I feel like they just take it a step above. A step above. It's like they're like Goku, man. And this is to go further beyond. And then they throw a song like this out at you. You know what I'm saying? And then they go like Super Saiyan God on you. You know what I'm saying? Ultra Instinct, perfected Ultra Instinct or something, right? And then they hit you with this album, and then you're like, yo, what's next, right? And then they're just gonna like hit a step above that, man. And if they do or if they don't, regardless, like you're saying, like, yo, this is like the top of the game. Like, if this is the top of the game, and then like everybody else is down here, but then they hit something that's like up here, and everybody else is down here, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter what they put out, man. At this point, legit, like, they could take their next album and their image and everything about them to a whole different direction, and this would be the transition. Is this right here? This entire album is a transition, and honestly, these songs are fantastic. I love them. We've got one last song, and then I'm gonna give like an overall feeling or vibe recap, and then that'll be the end of this video. But I got one last song to listen to. Here we have it, the final song for Eyes Wide Open. To me, man, this is one of the songs that, if Go Hard was a song that's like, yo, like, I give zero fucks, like, you know, we're just gonna like do the best that we can, you know, like I stated earlier. I feel like this is a song that, there's one line in the song that reminds me of a Jihyo one time on a V Live, and I think Momo as well, on that same V Live. They were talking about, you know, why are people writing these nasty things? Like, they're probably just jealous, or they probably, you know, like, it's not the words that they're saying, it's an issue within themselves, but they're lashing it out, right? And maybe someone knows exactly what I'm talking about. But this one right here, no matter what they say behind the text, and like in a world of like, you can get onto the internet, have anonymity to a very high degree, this like right here kind of makes me think of those two moments during those V Lives, where it was like, man, what they say is, you know, 100% true. And this right here, I love this part. Mina go where rain and pain are falling down, but don't cry, it will dry. Dude, these lyrics, man, like, maybe the dude that wrote this, or the female that wrote this, like, maybe they're like a Twice fan too, bro. But I'm just saying, like, this is fire. It almost is the complete opposite of Go Hard, right? It's like, you know, we do care. Like, the words that you say, like, that's just like a cover-up. That's the mask, right? Like, how are you behind what you're saying when you're putting those hate comments, right? Or when you're leaving those negative things, or when you're doing XYZ, right? Like, you know, Gary Vaynerchuk says the same thing, man. He's like, when people hate on him, it's, dang, I feel sorry for them, because they could be in a point in their life where they're at their lowest point. And them putting out that negativity might make them feel better. And, you know, it's that sympathy, the empathy, or whatever one of the two words is the one that fits there. And, you know, Gary Vaynerchuk, man, he talks about that so often, man, you know, and that's one of the truths that he you know, that's like a pillar for him, man. It's like, it's the empathy, man. He doesn't go back and lash back out on them. He's just like, man, I feel sorry for you, man. Like, in the most polite way that I can. I don't know what you're going through, but I'm sorry, man. Like, you know, and that's what this song right here feels like to me. And it's just like, yo, oh man, honestly, this was probably the greatest song that they could have chosen to end the full album. Honestly, I challenge y'all, man. You know, starting off like the closing thing, man. Like, this 100% was, or is probably like the greatest album that I've heard, title track to ending, from Twice. There wasn't a single song that I would skip over. There wasn't a single song that I could say, it was okay, but you know, maybe I might skip it. No, every single song stays on repeat all the way through the end of the day until I get into my car, and then it starts up again. Like this legit to me, and I've said this before many times. I think this is the turning point. I think that this is where they could turn around and say, yo, if we want to do this, or we want to do this, or we want to do that, they have legitimately shown the different side that they've been saying. And now they can literally say, yo, this is the next concept that we want to do, or this is the next vibe for the album that we want to have, or this is the next XYZ. And this album is the key factor in transitioning to maybe a more mature Twice, or to a more XYZ side of Twice that they may want to show us or may not want to show us. But to me, Eyes Wide Open, 100%. Let me make sure before I say this. I think it's the best album that I've heard from them. I mean, dude, don't get me wrong. I listen to every Twice song, dude. I don't think there's a Twice song that's not on my playlist. I legitimately love their music. It is something that is super positive. It's super uplifting. It's super. It tells. The biggest thing about Twice, honestly, is that they tell stories through their lyrics, right? And that's something that when I was a kid, me and my dad would listen to oldies, and he would like. That was one thing that I loved, is the oldies would tell stories in a way that I could understand what they were saying without having to like listen super hard, or having to double back, or having to be like, yo, why is this only sex, drugs, alcohol, and fuck the police and blah 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 blah, right? Like, why is, I'm not, I don't like it when songs are just all like that, right? So the oldies is what I grew up on, and a lot of those were storytelling, meaningful lyrics, meaningful like the music carried itself like in a meaningful way to empower the lyrics and things of that nature. And to me, man, that's what it is with Twice that I just thoroughly enjoy. So many of their title tracks, so many of their B tracks, they all tell mini stories, or maybe they tell really big stories, or maybe they tell stories that intertwine with other title tracks. And that to me is what I honestly, genuinely love. It's not that it's like, oh, they're all females or this, that, and a third. It literally is just good music that resonates with the music that I grew up on. And to me, I have never heard an album that was so completely different from Twice that I could say every album, all the way up until More and More, fits this mold, and then there's Eyes Wide Open on a completely different mold. Not a single song from here reminds me of this mold of Twice. All of these songs are so unique that they don't fit together, right? But it's so crazy to me because it's the same person. It's the same group. It's the same artist. And that is honestly something that I love so much about it, how different it is, and just how incredibly well done, and how much heart and soul and passion and just so much emotions and so much love and energy and time and just so much was invested into this album, that the one thing that I do not want to let slip up, or to not let myself forget if I watch this in the future, is how fantastic the B tracks are in this album. Like, if I were to say the title track is like an incredibly, very well done, fantastic, extraordinarily good title track on this album, I would say the B tracks are all a step above that. And man, I don't know, man. I just don't know. It's just so incredible, dude. Like, I don't know, dude. And maybe I'm just fanboying out like super hard just because I genuinely enjoy their music, but it's just so good, and I'm just so happy that I was able to be introduced to them. I honestly owe Baguette the biggest shout out, the biggest thanks for just introducing me to Twice. That one random day in Discord, like in September, what was it? Whenever BDZ dropped, it was literally the day BDZ dropped. Is when I got into Twice. That was literally the first piece of music that I heard from them. And I mean, honestly, like, I am so thankful. It's awesome, dude. So, um, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm sure that this is going to be like a super long video. Um, so, I mean, if you skip through and you just want to hear what I have to say about, XYZ songs, hey, by all means, do you good. But maybe you're watching the final recap, first, and then you're going to go pick your other songs. But please, please listen to the album and read the lyrics. Don't watch, yeah, you can watch like lyric videos, but give yourself the true experience. Take, I think it is like 45 to 50 minutes, sit down, let the music play, and just read the lyrics. And just roll with it, man. I'm telling you, the emotional roller coaster, the ups and the downs and the vibes and just everything about it just hits different. It slaps. It's just fantastic. Honestly, Twice, happy 5th year anniversary. I hope there are many years to come, and I hope there are as many albums and mini albums and concerts and XYZ as y'all want there to be. I hope nobody pressures y'all to feel one way or another. I hope that y'all can always enjoy what you're doing, that you can love what you're doing and just be happy. Honestly, if y'all are happy creating the music, I will never hate on or dislike or not be happy for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, just the fact that y'all are giving me this much value in my life at this point in time, I'm truly grateful for. And I just hope that, I just hope the best things for y'all. Again, thank y'all so much. I don't know if y'all watched through the entirety of this video, but if y'all did, y'all a real one. I appreciate y'all. And I hope y'all enjoyed my in the moment thoughts of Twice's second full album, Eyes Wide Open. Hope y'all have a great night or a great day or wherever it is that you may be. Take it easy, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.